Finally, finally, after years of thinking that I want to do this, I want to do this, I am finally doing this, and thank God, finally. Which is what brings us to the topic, which is how to start. And what I'm feeling right now is this feeling of so like, this is so new and so out of my comfort zone. Like, I'm not comfortable, like I'm shit scared right now. And I don't know like how am I looking, what am I sounding like, and oh my god, everybody's gonna judge me. Why am I even doing this? Putting myself out there to let people judge me. Like, why Shivani? Why do you even need to do this? And that's how I think humans operate or have been operating all these years. We do things, um, we don't know why, just because we have a desire in our heart that yes, this is something I want. And I remember a while back, I was on my trek to Triond, and I have never trekked before, so it was my first time, and it's really steep, like really steep, and I was so. After a while, I was like, "Why am I even doing this? Like, am I? Are we gonna get a prize? Like, why do people fucking climb the mountains? Like, why? What are you gonna get in return? Like, why are you putting yourself through all so much of sweat and so much of like, why?" And at that point of time, I didn't get it, but of course, but now that I was stuck in between, obviously I couldn't go back, so I had to go up. And when we finally reached that place, my God, it was beautiful. It was beyond beautiful, and all of that tiredness, exhaustion, it just went away. It just went away. And I think even prior to starting that trek, when I saw those pictures, when I imagined myself being there, breathing that fresh air, watching those icy peaks, I that's what motivated me. That's kind of like planted that seed of desire for me to take this trip, for me to do this trek. And yes, it was very exhausting, and at some point I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I am not very physically active. I have very low immunity, very low stamina. I suck at all these outdoor sports. I've never been an outdoor person. Of course, I'm a writer. I have spent most of my time in school reading books and games periods. So yeah, that's me. And it was fun. It was fun. Like, why? And that's the whole point. Like, when we take on certain projects in life, when we are not, as opposed to what we're taught in school, we are not given a project. We have a desire in our heart to start it, to put our blood and sweat into it, because we have imagined probably a consequence or a vision, and that's what keeps us going. So, a lot of times we might not feel comfortable doing it, but as this very popular meme you must have seen, right? Comfort and magic. So, magic lies outside our comfort zone. And this video has been very uncomfortable because uh, seeing myself in front of camera, even though a typical Python, I have loved arts and being in front of the camera. And I remember I've practiced speaking in front of the mirror when I was a kid. And when I used to watch Superwoman like 6, 7, 8 years back, and some of the other YouTubers I'm really inspired from, and I had that innate desire, like I want to do this, like I can do this, but it just never happened. And so it happens with all our dreams and desires. Uh, we don't know why you're following it, and I don't know what's the end result of making me a YouTube video. All I know is I have been guided to do this for a very long time, for 4 years perhaps, and every time I'm like, no, this is not for me. I don't think I'm cut out for this. Like, I don't want to be a YouTuber. I can't be a blogger. Like, I do not have a personality like that. Like, all of those 10,000 excuses you give. And in the end, I wanted to do it. And when I wouldn't do it, I would be really pissed off at myself. Like, why are you not doing it, Shivani? Why are you not doing it? Like, this is what you wanted to do. And so here I am, without any DSLR, without any script in my hand. I have not planned anything when I'm going to speak. I do not have an outline. I have seriously not planned anything about this video. It's just something which I feel I wanted to do for a very long time, and so here I am. So when we say where to start, how to start, how do we really do that? How did I start writing? I have been doing it for a long time for myself. How did I get myself into doing it professionally? Uh, of course, I'm not there where I want to be yet, and that's what life is. Like, you keep on going, but the interesting part is that we always think that we have to be ready. We always compare our beginnings with someone's end, uh, someone's pinnacle, someone's peak, and we're like, damn, I am not ready for this. Like, I don't think I can do all of this. Like, look at them, what amazing videos they are making. Look at them, what amazing stuff they write. Look at them, what a crazy fucking amazing idea they have with their business. How will I be ever able to do that? And that's, I think, where we go wrong. We are here and we are comparing ourselves to someone over here, which makes absolutely no sense. Because the thing is, they too started with, like, I think I get very, very motivated by watching other people, be it the video, be it the business, be it the writing, anything. I would really suggest, instead of seeing the best of their work, see the first of their work. Like, really go back into the timeline, really, really, really go back and see that. And I think that's where the magic happens. When they're so uncomfortable with the camera, when they're so uncomfortable in their writing, when they're so uncomfortable in their business, they don't know what to do, how to do, where to go about it, where to start, what to do. And eventually they all manage to reach a channel, find the strategies, go. And I think once you are able to do that, it's very easy to say, like, I have these plans and I have this all planned out. And I don't think in creativity, in any creative endeavor for that matter, and mind you, I think even starting a business of your own is highly, highly creative, in spite of what people think. I think anything in this life which you're starting is a creative endeavor, and I don't think starting anything creatively is something which can be planned, because creativity is so much about creation and so much about creating something new, something which has not been explored before, or which has been explored before but not in the way that you would do it. So how can you ever have a plan? Like, I have really planned out a lot of things. So I'll tell you, like, it's been almost a year when I was like, I have to do this YouTube video, I have to do this. So I had my, one day I got ready and I had my camera, and I do have a DSLR, even though right now I'm not shooting it on my camera. I had, like, I got a tripod I bought a tripod because I'm like, okay, I need to have a tripod because I don't know where I'm gonna shoot and how I'm gonna do it, but I need to have a tripod. And once that was done, I was like, okay, now, but my voice is not clear. Maybe I need a mic. So should I look for a mic? And then, oh my god, with my script. So I wrote down a script. I really did write a script, and I wrote down everything that I wanted to say, wanted to talk about. I had a proper topic, and I had these pointers, and the way I write articles, pretty much the same way. And I must have taken like 50,000 takes, like 50. Okay, 50,000 is an exaggeration, but definitely 50, like 50 retakes. And I was so tired and so exhausted because every time I would start in front of the camera, I would go blank and I would be like, oh my god, I do not remember what I was supposed to say. I would look in the paper and I would go back, and I would look in the paper and I would go back, and I would go in my head like, what am I even speaking? What am I supposed to say? How am I looking? I am not sure if my background is right. I'm not sure if this light is good. And as you can see right now, none of that it is. And this is because I think we create so much of pressure. I saw these amazing YouTubers making such beautiful videos, and I was like, how will I ever be able to start? Like, if I have to start, like, if I have to announce that I'm making a video, it has to be huge, perfect, and beautiful. It gotta has those amazing music, those intros, and those themes and those fonts. But the truth is, uh, even though this is my first video, this is not my first creative project. This is not my first creative endeavor. Uh, I have I have understood creativity to a certain extent, though it still keeps on surprising me. But the thing is that you cannot you cannot do that. You cannot plan things. You cannot have it all staged. And yes, after a while it can work because you have surpassed that level of comfort. When you are starting something, it's so important to focus on the core of it. What I'm speaking in a video has to be more important, has to be more important than how am I doing it, how am I looking, how am I putting it on camera, which music am I using, which font am I using. And yes, even though packaging affects, of course it affects everything. I'm a social media manager, I'm a content creator. Nobody than me knows better what a perfect, beautiful looking pictures or visuals for that matter can make a difference to your content, to make a difference to what you're doing. But when we start off, if we get so caught up in that, it's very, very difficult to truly surpass that level and reach that point of creating it actually. Yes, like right now, I'm on a certain level, like more comfortable than what I was 5 minutes ago. And this is what it is, like, because I'm just talking, I am not thinking about 10,000 different things right now, because I will work on all of it. I will work on it. But right now, for me, what's the most important thing is to form this connection of what is here and what I'm speaking to what this camera is making me feel like. There has to be this connect, and that's what the most important thing is. And again, video making is just an idea, is just a metaphor. Think of it as a metaphor that I'm using to explain the whole process of how to start, where to start. Because we all have ideas, we all have zillions of ideas every day. Like, just Google it, and there's actually a study, I do not remember the exact number, but there are like some X amount of ideas a human brain has every day. But half of them we don't note it down, half of them we don't remember, half of them we don't believe it, and half of them we think we are not capable enough to do that. And that's such a sick idea, honestly. Like, I truly believe that if there's an idea you have, if there's a if there's a desire you have, if there's a dream you have, it is there only because you can do it. Like, I mean, why the fuck would you even have it, like, if you can't do it, right? Like, yeah, that's what I think it is like nothing in this world comes to you if you can't do it. And our part in this is to truly go with, to truly find what we have, how to do it. Like, believing it that you can do it is, I think, the most important thing. Wow, I've spoken for 15 minutes. Wow, I'm talking to myself. I'm still not talking to myself. Great. So, here are 5 things. Okay, I won't say again 5 because I do not have a script. I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but X number of things which you can do when you want to start creatively a project, a business, a book, a project, a video, anything. Like, you even want to start a habit like that. You want to wake up early, which I have to, in X amount of things. Okay, so first of all, believe, please believe. Like, a lot of people, they're like, I want to do this, but I don't think I can do this. Like, I don't think I have it in me. I don't think I was meant to do this. No, if you have it, you are supposed to do it. So yeah, one, believe that if it's there for a reason. Number 2, uh, do not overthink, do not overclutter the whole concept. Um, I know when we dream and when we have a vision in our heads, we have a perfect picture, and we have the end result goal in our life, in our minds. But what we need to understand is that, sorry, uh, is that walking that path is not going to be same as that end result. Uh, exactly how I went to the trek. So climbing the trek, it will not make you feel the way the peak will make you feel like. So accept that and do not overcomplicate things by thinking like, oh, but I thought this is supposed to look like that in my dream space, and when I thought of it, it was supposed to look like this, but it's not looking like this. That means, like, perhaps I should just quit. Like, perhaps it's not for me. Like, no. Do not go into it. It's a trap. So number three is, once you've believed, once you're not overcomplicating it, that comes the third part, which is kind of related to the second one, which is, do not be a perfectionist. I am, and it sucks. A lot of times I have seen people who would do things no matter how, and ultimately what matters is who does it. Okay, you can do it better. I'm not saying that you can't do it better, but what we need to understand is that, again, that perfect vision which we have in our minds, it's not going to translate the way that it's not the same. It's not the same. What matters is you write. What matters is you make the video. What matters is you start the business. How? You will learn it on your way. You will learn it. When I started writing, like when I went to for my first interview, now when I look back to how I used to write, it sucked. It did. Like, I had a sense of writing, I had an idea of writing, but I don't think I was eligible to write professionally. But I have learned so much in the past few years. I have learned so much about how to present things, about how to put them in an order. And that is what is important. That you do it. How will just turn around over a period of time. It will, trust me. It will. So, yeah, you've believed in your dreams and your ideas, in your project, in your endeavor. You have kind of like stopped cluttering it with external forces. What will people think? I don't know what they're going to judge me about. Like, who am I? Yeah, it's also a very interesting thing, like, which I would like to put here is we think, who am I to do this? Like, who gave me an authority to tell people what it is like? You. I mean, honestly, being a person who has sought external validation all my life, for all 25 years of my life, I can say the only validation you need is from you. And if you believe, if you think that you know things, trust me, there are people who will learn from you, who will get inspired from you, who will get motivated from you, because you have what they do not have. And no, it has nothing to do with what you're 20 or 30 or 40 or 60. No, it's got nothing to do with that. Perhaps what a 20-year-old can teach to 60, it's one can, and what a 60-year-old can teach to a 20-year-old is like they're two completely different things. And that's what it is. We all have unique experiences in life, and age is just a number. So I think that's what it is. Just a second, I'm back. So once you've done that, uh, erase those external validators, their judgments, their opinions. Does not matter, trust me. Does not matter what they think, what they will say. In the end, when you're gonna make it, everybody's gonna be on the clapping for you. That's the truth. That's always the truth. And so it's up to you. You want to just go there and do it, or you just want to be there on the island saying, oh my gosh, you could have done better, but I don't know, I could have done better. If you could have, do it and show it. That's all it is. Um, that's what it is. Like, you just get yourself in the battlefield, learn. You will learn it. Like, how people teach swimming to dogs and kids. It's funny how dogs and kids always have a same kind of wavelength to compare. But yeah, so how do people like throw in dogs and kids to swim? Is they just leave them in water. They just leave them in water, and when you just learn how to swim. No one tells you do this. Breathe in, breathe out, leave, lose control, do this. They just learn it when they feel they're gonna drown. They learn it on themselves, and that's what it happens with everybody. But if you're just gonna be there on the side of the pool, not willing to jump, you will never learn it. You have to be there in the battlefield out there and throw yourself out there and learn it. Take one step at a time, mini steps at a time, just 100 meters right now for the moment, and it'll happen. It'll all come together and you will learn it. And I think being in the industry, you learn things far more than any book can ever teach you. Self education is a thing. Self education is really a thing. And but self education, and when you get self education and experience, both, nothing like it. So you wouldn't ever know how to make amazing videos till the time you start making videos. You would never know how to write amazingly till the time you actually write. And I'm just taking two examples because that's what I do. But ultimately, like, if you want to start a business, if you want to start a project, you want to start a new job, you want to change your field from one to another, that's what it is. Like, just jump in, just go, just do it. And I know it sounds very fairy and airy to do it and not think of those factors and practical factors involved. All I'm saying is give it a chance. You don't have to leave everything and just go. Uh, what I'm saying is give it a chance. Like, if you want to do something, start in your side hustle, start as your side business, maybe take out time. There's this book, Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and if you ever have anything to do with creativity, I think that's one book one must definitely read. Where she's like, I never ask people to leave their jobs for writing because it's so stupid. I mean, that's her viewpoint. But because there's no guarantee, and like it or not, it's not. There are no guarantees, and if you have to own your bread and butter, that's not probably practical. But just waiting and just keep on doing the same thing and just having your mind at something else and just saying, oh my god, but I want to do this, but I have this job and I can't do this. Trust me, if you're really passionate about something, you can take out time for that. You take out time for that. And that's what so Mary Forleo, like if you watch any of her interviews, she says she worked 7 years part-time, while she had a business of her own. 7 years. But when you're truly passionate about something, when you truly feel a desire to, a calling to do that, do that. Find time, find resources, seek help, ask friends, ask people who are there in the industry, Facebook message them, tweet them, just read about them, watch their videos. There are a zillion of ways how you can learn and implement it. And once you have that base ready, when you feel like, yes, man, this is something I want to do, just go for it. I mean, honestly, there's no better advice for how to start than to truly just start in the way. And trust me, you'll always find people to help you. Like if you have, if you like, if you want me to help you, message me. Seriously, seriously. If you want to know something about writing, if you want to know something about content creation or social media, I have recently made two communities on Facebook where I would want people to connect more authentically and not just in a promotional way, but in a way to seek advice, to give advice, and to learn more, to impart their experiences. It's important to have that community. And if you really want to, if you're interested in the join community, join that community, join something else. There are zillions of things. All you need to do is like believe, like, yes, I have a reason why I feel a desire to do this, and find ways how to follow it. It'll come, trust me. So thank you so much for being here, if you're still here till the end. See, do you see that that kicking up again as I'm coming to the end of the video? I don't know how many people would have watched it. I don't know if they like me. I don't know if they're gonna even listen to me after this. What if they think I'm so shitty? These thoughts come. I mean, it's natural. It's always comes. I think I've written quite a lot of articles, but still, when I write an article, it's the same feeling. I remember once Shah Rukh Khan said in some interview, I have been on stage multiple times, but still I'm sweaty. My hands sweat, and I'm so nervous when I go on stage. And you know what an amazing orator Shah Rukh Khan is? So you'll feel that always, always. Don't even think that you will be a successful businessman or YouTuber or writer or painter or artist or whatever, and you will be like, ah, I've got this. No, you'll still be nervous. You will still be nervous. So take it as it comes, take it as a natural part of it, embrace it, but do not let it be the driving force behind it. Let your creativity and your ideas be the driving force behind what you truly want. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope to make more videos. Yeah, to just speak what I feel like truly, and I'm sure on the way I'll learn more, do better. It'll be better quality, better stuff. But I think I like what I just did today. Have a beautiful day. And yes, a happy birthday to me.